Photo Talk number 2. Or photo essay number 2, whatever it's called now. I'm not really sure. I hope you're doing well this fine day or week, or just whenever you see this. I hope you also very much enjoyed the previous video when I recorded. This time around I'm coming back at you with 2 videos, or 2 photos that I personally captured, I should mention, as always. The same process as before. I'll be inundating you with some of my descriptive storytelling, if that's what you want to call this, or if that's what I want to call this. I think it is descriptive storytelling, but besides the point, I'll be inundating this information to you via soft and luscious voice. The purpose is to have your brain act as the paintbrush, or the canvas actually, and your imagination acting as the paintbrush to paint in the dark recesses of your brain. I don't think any of that made sense, but just to keep moving forward, there's no reason, there's no deeper reason to why I'm doing this, why I'm trying to do that. It's just more so to create an interactive idea, so you're not just, or experience, so you're not just staring at a screen where my photo's just there, just hanging around for 10 minutes while I'm just talking about it. Otherwise it'll be boring. And hopefully the format that I have isn't going to be boring, but we're going to try. We're going to try and make it entertaining. Cut this out. To effectively make this happen though, I got 2 things for you. I got my lovely script in front of me, so my thoughts are kept together, and I don't waver from them, because I like to, my anxiety gets to me sometimes and I just go into deep thought mode for some reason. And then I got my imaginary cup of black Joe. I finished my coffee earlier. This is a re-recording because the other one was too big for my file to download, so this is a re-record. If this was in the morning, which I usually like to shoot in the morning, I would have my cup of black Joe, sipping on it to make a point. That's irrelevant. Let's just ignore that. Anyways, and lastly, I got my lovely background behind me to add to the mood. Please praise me. Cut this out. And then before we go in any further, I just want to quickly tell you why I'm here, especially for the first timers that are just tuning in for the first time, obviously, because you're a first timer anyways. If you don't care to know, I'll put the timestamp right here. Hopefully my hand doesn't cut off the number, so you don't have to listen to this little spiel, and you can keep the quote-unquote show running. If you're still here though, old or new viewer, thanks for sticking a little. So if you didn't guess, I am a photographer. I'm here to show the world the work that I do. I believe I'm a pretty good photographer. No, pretty great photographer actually. Not Renaissance great, but I do think I'm pretty awesome at what I do. To be real, the goal right now though is to make this into a full-blown career, and to grab some gigs through these videos that I produce and edit and present. But I just want to show that I can create compelling and professional pictures for the world to see. I don't know why I did that. Like this way and that way. Don't look into that. And at the same time, it is a good excuse to pursue my YouTube ventures, as I always wanted to be a part of the platform, but I never thought I had the quote-unquote skills to join. Especially in my personality, I'm kind of tame and I'm not the most stimulating person to watch. But at the end of the day, I'm just being myself, so I hope that's enough for you. And yeah, because that's just how it's gonna be. The point I'm trying to make before going any deeper is I have a reason to be here. Which I don't think I really needed a reason, but here I am now trying to take a stab at it because I'm bored. But yeah, I'm okay with never getting subscribers or even any views. I don't know if that sounds really bad, but I do need some views if I want to get some gigs, right? But yeah, I expect this video to get lost in the internet ether. So which if you find this, that's a miracle. But yeah, the only person who watches my videos is my grandmother. Just kidding, she doesn't even understand English. The whole entire point of showing my photos though is I just want to share the beauty of what I've been able to capture during my time of taking photos. And some of these photos, pretty minimal, but I think minimal is pretty good. So, and of course there are some artistic ones, so, but for the most part it's mostly minimal. And yeah, I just want to tell a story because I believe it deserves it. I don't know how I want this photo essay / deep dive to look like. Maybe, hopefully this format is enough. I don't know, I just feel it's not really unique enough to stand on its own two legs. But like I said in the last video, if you did watch it, or if you haven't, I won't pay you, but if you have any suggestions of what I can do to improve the formatting, I would love to hear it. Because yeah, I want to make these as entertaining as possible for you, and for myself too, because I'm the one writing the script and talking about them. But for now, here's how the formatting will go. Cue fancy typing. 1, I'll give you the title of the photo, if any. 2, I'll mention the location of the photo. 3, I'll be painting the scene from the lead up to the moment it's happening. 4, I'll talk about the intention of why I bothered to capture such a scene. 5, I'll show you the unedited version before its former glory. And 6, then I'll show you the edited pic in all of its glory. Restart. This should have probably been the list, but too lazy to make it look fancy like I just did now. But the entire time I'll also be showing you different parts of the picture and then transitioning into like a little mosaic that puts it all together for you. Just learn how to do that. All that said, let's jump into it. This picture is from Florence. This scene was captured on a bridge that led into the next area we needed to be in. Of course, since the scene was just beautiful, we slowed down to take our time to admire everything since it was a day trip we were making here. While we're walking around just admiring the scene, I see Her. And not the movie Her, starring Scarlett J and Joaquin P, but a different Her, Una Mujer en Negro. From what I perceived, she appeared to be in her late 40s, quiet and reserved, and you understand why that detail matters in a moment. But I spotted her casually walking on the opposite side of the bridge in our direction with the pretty quaint umbrella in hand, just a distance away, until suddenly she deviates from her path and walks at an angle towards the middle of the bridge where narrow medians split the road. This is one of the reasons why it's kind of like why that detail I mentioned earlier is important, I guess. But this was surprising to see since the bridge was also a road for vehicles to pass through. Though pretty daring of a 40-year-old woman to do that, or what looks to be a late 40-year-old woman to be doing that. But when she reaches the median, she steps on and just gracefully turns the other way and shockingly begins to walk a few steps, one foot in front of the other, as if she's tight roping, which was very surprising to see from this kind of lady as well. And the entire time her balance was just perfect. I'm just watching all this at the moment. I'm just genuinely stunned by how elegant and, like I said, daring this lady is. For one, she was in high heels. Hey, it's me from Beyond the Grave. I forgot to mention that the concrete was also the concrete was also very slippery from one of the close-ups I show during this little presentation. So the fact that she was doing that was very anxiety-inducing, because there were actual vehicles coming through the road and motorbikes, mopeds. So if she had slipped and fell, that would have been the end of her life and the end of a beautiful-looking person. Anyways, I just want to leave this note in because I forgot to mention that. I say first of all, and then I don't follow up with the second of all, and or even a third of all. So yeah, thanks for watching. Keep watching, please. Thank you. Bye. Eventually she stops and waits idly, staring down at the end of the street. I move quickly to catch up and place myself directly across from her. This might sound inappropriate the way I acted, but I couldn't let the moment slip since this was the shot. She was perfectly framed here, so I just began to take as many photos as I can, and the entire time she's just idle, watching and just waiting for something. There's something unusual about it. Not in a bad way, of course, just, just really different. And to be honest, slightly unsettling in a way even. Just her just staring down the road and nothing coming. Probably happened, me taking photos, this probably happened for like 3 minutes where I was just taking as many as I can before she walked off or continued her tightrope show. In the end, I grabbed multiple shots where she's just perfectly posed and then she starts to walk again. And by that point, I'm very satisfied with what I was able to capture. And out of nowhere, this car was just parked there waiting for her a few yards away, and it all felt like a still pulled straight from a film. A quiet, jury mood, just giving the moment a strange weight, and her personality was the light of it all. Alright, hopefully that was a vivid description. Were you able to envision it all perfectly, or did you miss it slightly by a little peep? Whatever it is, this is one of my favorite photos, capturing such an intriguing person in action. If I were to guess a name, I would say Giovanna sounds right for her. Which hopefully that doesn't sound bad. Hopefully it's not too stereotypical. I know it is probably a stereotype, but I just think it sounds Italian with the little dash of Florentine. But whatever you think her name is, leave your guesses down below. Or if you're Italian and you just want to tell me off for being ignorant and stereotypical, by all means, tell me that, and I'll read those too. Alright, this last one is also from Florence.
And little did this fool know that the other half of this recording will not be used. Fear not, though, for your experience will not be hindered in the slightest. Now, enjoy the rest of the video and ignore this baboon.
The video stopped recording at the 30-minute mark for me, so I had to retake that. Great. Anyways, hopefully the lighting isn't too bad now that it's a different time of the day, and yeah. Alright, this next photo is from Florence. It was at the end of our time, so we were making our way to the train station to make for Venice. And while walking, I'm checking out my areas, since I want to get some last minute nightlife photos because this might be the last time I ever see this place. And coming up to the bridge leading back into where we had come from earlier in the day and where I saw the lady from previously on Dragon Ball Z, I was reminded of something I had taken note of earlier that I brushed off as pointless. To give it a chance, meekly I tell my partner I want to go check it out, which she responds, "I will scalp you. Hurry up." Alright, that's just a joke. What she said was, "Okay, just hurry please." Very nicely. No, she was like, "Okay, just hurry please. Okay, just hurry please. Okay, just hurry please." Anyways, there was this carved-in nook in the fence where you could look out over the water and other shops along the river. It was by the end of the sidewalk by Shel Silverstein. That also began the journey back to the trains. On either side of the river, there were also side-by-side lampposts just trailing for miles before curving softly in the distance. The first thought I have is cue Italian music. It was a beautiful sight, seeing the light shimmering across the water and peace and quiet of it all in the entire scene. It perhaps deserved just a mental picture, but selfishly I didn't want that. I began brainstorming ideas of what to do, but nothing came to mind. Time is very limited at this point, so camera in hand, I have pressed the shutter to get my autofocus ready to wing it, until unexpectedly the lamppost become floating orbs of light. This was the idea I needed. It was an unexpected idea, so I take the picture, and then I attempt to recreate it afterward because it perfectly captured the surrealism of the scene. I couldn't replicate it again. At the very least, I was satisfied with the first pic, so at least that worked out. In editing, I played around with the colors since I didn't want it to be only yellow. I wanted to embrace the surrealism rather than just go for full-on accuracy. I guess I should note this now instead of later, which maybe it would have been better in the first video. This applies to most of my photos. I can hint at the atmosphere, but I can't recreate the feeling of living that moment. I could just give you the vibe of it. So hopefully I was able to get that vibe across with this photo and the other photo with the lady. But that night though, looking at the scene, it truly felt magical. Lean into the quiet, distant, and just slightly unreal vibe of it. I hope you enjoyed this. This will probably be lost in the internet ether, but if I said that right.
Ether.
But if you found this, I hope the edits and the storytelling made the time go by for you, and it was enjoyable. More enjoyable than the last video. Or if this is your first time tuning in to my videos, I hope this was very enjoyable. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and leave a like if you didn't, because you should just be nice. Leave a comment too if you have any constructive feedback to give me on what I can do to improve the formatting. Whatever you choose to do today or in this moment, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one if there is a next one. Bye. A little Easter egg. Just noticed that I didn't button my thing right. You can see my chest too much. Oops. Hopefully that doesn't get me monetized or demonetized. Oh, and by the way, you should check out my links. They'll be in the link below. If you're curious to see some of my work, you can find it down below. I forgot to mention that for some reason. It's like I don't even care. Oops. Anyways, that's it. Bye.